What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, I used to be Pay. I'm back with another YouTube video. I've been gone for a while off YouTube. I'm sorry if you actually enjoy my YouTube content, which you're kind of weird if you do because it sucks right now. But I appreciate the love. I've been dealing with work, school, all type of stuff. So sorry, but you can go follow my TikToks. I'm sure they're down below. This video will be more hip hop oriented because I do have a second TikTok account called I Still Used to Be Pay that is focused on hip hop. And yes, that was a shameless plug, but go follow it. Why not? No, this is not a MAGA hat. This is actually an OTF hat, which is Lil Durk's merchandise. And if you don't know who Lil Durk is, I'm not sure how you found this video. You're in the wrong place. But he is a famous rapper, and it just says "Make America OTF Again." I thought it was a pretty cool hat. But today, I wanted to talk about the state of death in hip hop. And yes, this is a very off the top of my head video. I didn't plan to record this at all. It's actually like almost midnight here. I just kind of felt like it. So yeah, here we are. This is my video on the state of death, in hip hop. For the most part, death has been a really big topic in hip hop since the beginning of time. People have been rapping about it since the start of hip hop, but it has evolved. And specifically, I want to talk, at least for this short period of time, about death of ops. God, that was corny. Death of like people you don't like, people you have beef with. Oh my God, that was corny, bro. I can't even like saying ops in a sentence like that. Just my voice, it just doesn't sound right. But yeah, back in the early 80s, late 90s, early 90s, even in the early 2000s, right? There was always beef. There was always gang violence. There was always violence over music. And people were dying over music like they are today. But there wasn't this abundance of just blatant disrespect for the dead in hip hop. Like I'm not really sure why it's such a thing. Actually, yes, I am, and I'll go into it later. I'll go into that a little later. But it has just been a blatant increase of disrespect for the dead in hip hop. It's ridiculous. You can't go, I guarantee you, if you go to Rap Caviar right now on Spotify, shuffle it, you can't hear more than 7 songs in a row without somebody disrespecting someone else who's dead. It's ridiculous. You know, I know people like to talk about the good old days of rap music, and I hate when people say stuff like that. I hate it. But honestly, it was better then. There's no reason that the dead shouldn't be allowed to rest in peace. You were beefing with the dude. He's gone. Let it go. It's gone. It's over. He's dead. There's no point to put that type of just demonicness on a track. There's just no need for that at all. Like, I understand that you didn't like the person. Clearly, they died. Whether you had anything to do with it, I don't know. But just let that go. Because they're more than a person. They are a brother, a sister, a cousin, a nephew, a niece, a girlfriend, a wife, somebody, a husband. You get the point. Dissing the dead is not hurting the dead because they're gone, obviously. They're gone at this point. I'm sure if there's an afterlife, they have much better things to worry about than what is happening on Earth. All you're doing by dissing the dead is hurting the people around them. Hurting their mother, their father, their brother, their sister, their cousin, all down the line, their friends, their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, right? That's all you're doing when you diss the dead. And this dissing of the dead creates a cycle in hip hop. It creates a cycle of murder, revenge, murder, revenge, murder, revenge. Because let's just say, as an example, you're a rapper, right? And there's another rapper named Lil Jon. Actually, there is a rapper. No, Lil Jon. Lil Jon is a rapper, and y'all are from the same area, and y'all cannot stand each other. Y'all beef back and forth. Y'all are in rival gangs, and Lil Jon gets killed, right? So you're like, okay. Guess I don't have to deal with that guy anymore. I really couldn't stand Lil Jon. Let me put him in a song, right? So you rapping, da-da-da-da, we smoking Lil Jon, something of that manner, right? Who's going to hear that song? I'll give you time to answer. Just think, who is going to hear that song? Because it's not Lil Jon Jon. I guarantee you Lil Jon Jon's not listening to that song. It's either one of two people. The police and Lil Jon Jon's loved ones. I'll talk about the police first. You're obviously incriminating yourself. The police listen to and hear everything that a rapper does. The police follow rappers almost more than anyone else. Let's just get that out the way. Now, on to the family members and loved ones. They're going to be pissed, obviously, because they're going through a rough time. They just lost their loved one. Now, Lil Jon Jon's brother that you didn't know he had is pissed off, and he's going to come find you. Or, actually, you know what? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Let's say Lil Jon Jon's brother has a good heart, and he DMs you, and he's like, man, you know, I understand that you and my brother had beef, but can you please just stop saying his name? We're trying to let him rest in peace. My mom's going through it. And you don't respond, because most rappers don't respond to DMs like that. They don't care. Now Lil Jon Jon's like, okay, he really doesn't care. He's going to continue to disrespect my brother. I'm going to come find you. Now you're a famous rapper. Lil Jon Jon's brother's probably not going to be able to find you. And if he does find you, you probably have security. So he's like, okay, where's his brother at? Where's his cousin at? Where's his dad at? Now they kill one of your family members. And now, because rap is so accessible to everyone, Lil Jon Jon's brother becomes a rapper. And he picks up a mic and he's smoking your cousin or whoever got killed. And you may be saying to yourself, this is unlikely, but no, it's really not. I'm not going to mention names, but it happens a lot. People literally become rappers specifically to diss other people. Literally, I'm not joking. I don't like saying names, but look at Pooh Shiesty and the Choppa Gang people, and I think it's EBG. Those dudes that they were beefing with literally became rappers just to diss Pooh Shiesty. Literally no other reason. Those guys had never picked up a microphone in their life. They saw Pooh Shiesty pick up a microphone, get popping, and start dissing them, and they picked up a microphone and started rapping and had a song with like 200,000 views. So yes, this does happen. People just pick up microphones nowadays and blow up. So now you and Lil Jon Jon's people are going back and forth just slaughtering each other until somebody's left or somebody buries the hatchet. One of the two. This dissing of the dead is just a vicious cycle that leads to the death of everyone. And I really want to say it started in around 2012 with Chicago and the drill rap scene that grew out of Chicago. Because, man, them boys is disrespectful, man. Them boys are disrespectful. And that's also a part of why people are dissing the dead, which I mentioned earlier that I would speak on later. Because they know that you, watching this video, who loves hip-hop and loves drill music, wants to hear something different. You want to hear something crazy. You want to hear something wild. You want to hear about somebody getting violated. And you want to hear about somebody who died. Because that's what gets clicks nowadays. Nobody wants to hear you rap about, beating somebody up. They want to hear you mention somebody's name. The song Who I Smoke by Young and Ace and all those, and Spinna Benz, Wappa with the Chopper, all those dudes. That song is crazy. That song is crazy. It's so catchy. It's such a good song. And then you understand what they're saying and who they're rapping about. And it's just like, it almost makes me want to throw up. Like, it's that, like, it doesn't even seem like, how is that real? How can they really get in the booth and say, who I smoke, who I... They are, like, making jingles out of dead people. That's the state of hip-hop right now. Jingles, catchy hooks of dead people. That is insane. That makes no sense. You have no compassion in your heart as a human if you are making hooks and catchy songs about dead people, man. Come on, bro. It doesn't make any sense. And I know that there's a deep line of hatred and beef and blood, but you can't do that on a song. You can't do that, bro. You can't disrespect the dead. Because like I said, it creates a cycle, and the cycle never ends. I couldn't believe that song was actually real. I was like, there's no way these are real names. No way. And I sat down, watched a couple YouTube videos, and my jaw almost hit the floor. Because it's real. All of it's real. All of those names that they mentioned are real people. All of the events that they talk about in the song are real events. It's crazy. And that's why people click on it. That's why it's so intriguing. And I understand it as a fan of hip hop. Because it's like, what? Are we serious? Like, I can't even believe this is real. So you can't take your eyes off of it. But it's just so terrible. It is. It's bad. And it's just sad that we have to lose so many young men to stuff like this. And specifically young rappers who are very talented. Like I said, there's been an increase in deaths in hip hop, at least to my knowledge. Rappers are dropping like flies. And some of it's murder and guns, and a lot of it's also drugs and mental health issues. But that's probably a topic for another video. But you know who is the winner from all these deaths. And you may say, how is there a winner to any death? But there's always a winner in something. Everything has a winner and a loser. Everything. The winner is not the fans, obviously, because they lose their favorite artist or one of their favorite artists. The winner is not the rapper, obviously, because they're dead. It's not the rapper's family. But the winner, I would say, is the label. Because labels would probably rather have their artists dead than alive at this point. If the artist in question had recorded a lot of music that wasn't released yet, the label would probably rather have him dead than alive. Because rappers aren't easy to deal with. They're not easy characters. They're difficult. They do stuff their own way. They don't like to take advice. They don't like to listen to rules. They like to get in trouble. They don't like to follow directions. Because you are a commodity of the label once you sign. They are trying to make you profitable. They're trying to, push you out into the world. And they want you to do what they ask you to do. But most rappers don't really like to do that. But once you die, you don't have a choice. You're not even a commodity at that point. You're a brand. You're a brand like Nike almost. Because the CEOs and the creators of Nike don't have to deal with Nike itself. Like, there's no entity that actually is a Nike. So they get to do whatever they want with the brand. And you are now the brand, deceased rapper. Oh, I bet they have a field day with deceased rappers. Especially ones that are up and coming and not really... They're big, but they're not really like big with consistency in terms of years in the game. Because now you probably don't own your masters. If I'm a young rapper, I'm signing away my rights to my music. Yes, for a big deal, it makes perfect sense. But when you die, you're screwed. Or not you, the rapper, because you're dead. Your family is screwed. Your loved ones are screwed because they're not getting the money that they should be getting. Because once you pass away and they own your music, your name, your likeness, your brand, your merchandise, it's over. They got you. It's over. Because they're going to take your unreleased music, patch it up a little bit, throw a couple features on there, release it to the public. Because the public eats up dead rappers. Because obviously they're mourning. They wish that their favorite rapper was here and they would die, for some new music. So they throw together an unfinished album of yours, deceased rapper I'm speaking to. And the fans go stream it and listen to it, obviously, because it may be the last time they ever hear your voice in terms of new music. And now all that money that just came in because you're dead and your music dropped and people are loving it because you're no longer here to drop new music, all that cash that's being brought in goes to the label, goes to the machine, goes to the label, goes to the machine. Because you signed away your rights, which I don't blame you for. But in hip hop now, when you die as a young rapper, They won. The label won. They get your money. They get your likeness. They get everything. And they may cut your family off a little bit. Your family may get 20% of the earnings. But then next year it's 15, and then it's 10, then it's 2. Then they send them some merch and stuff like that. You get ripped off in death. Your family is ripped off when you die as a rapper. Because you're a commodity that is completely 100% in the hands of the label. If you don't own anything of yours in terms of masters, which most people don't. Like Tupac, he's a great example. When I was a little kid, I thought Tupac was alive. Like little kid, probably like around 6 to 10. I thought Tupac was alive. Not because my parents never talked to me about Tupac or anything like that, but because I heard his music so much on the radio. I heard him in so many features. I thought he was still a living, breathing rapper. Mind you, he died in 1996. I was born in 2002. This dude had been dead for 6 years. I thought he was alive. Because Tupac became a brand. He became the label's favorite toy to use. Because he had a bunch of unreleased music and people loved Tupac. Loved that dude. Tupac has more songs and albums released dead than alive. And it's not even close. Not even close. And they take all that money and they run it up. They run their numbers up using Tupac. Because death in hip hop nowadays it's not, who cares? You died, so what? So what? How are we going to make this money? He died, oh damn, that's sad. Okay, we'll be sad for a week. Next week, board meeting, how are we going to make this money back that we gave this kid? Because he's gone. So how are we going to make this bread back? Because he can't make it for us. But I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Because he was a little bit difficult, so we get to do what we want. And they do this all the time. Juice WRLD has dropped 2 albums since he was dead. I didn't even listen to them. Because as a Juice WRLD fan, I was like, man, that's not him. That's not his music. It's not his music anymore. Once you pass away, maybe the first album is still your music. But that second, third, fourth, that's not your music anymore. That's not that rapper's music anymore, man. That's his voice, but that's not his vision. That's not his idea. That's not what he wanted to do. That's just some random people cutting and mixing and putting it together. That's not that rapper anymore. XXXTentacion has dropped so much music since he's died, but that's not his music. That's the label's music. That's not X's music. X didn't have any creative part in that. That's his voice. That's him I'm listening to, but that's not his music. Keep it. Same with Pop Smoke. I listened to maybe 2 songs on Pop Smoke's second album. The first album was great because it was pretty much finished. Most of the music on there was finished. That second album, man, he didn't have longer than... Most of the verses on that album were 30 seconds from him because they were unfinished. They were just snippets that he had recorded in the studio trying to make some music. It's honestly sick what these labels are doing with these dead artists and dropping these albums. If they are not giving all the or at least most of the profit to the family, I don't want the music at all. Keep it. If the family's not involved in the creative process, keep it. Because it's just gross. It's really gross to just milk the dead. Just milk the dead over and over and over again for money. But it's what we do in hip hop. It's a part of hip hop now. It's normal. It's just normal at this point. So, if these rappers keep dying, which they will, they're just gonna become, I don't even know what to call it. They're not even puppets. I would say they're puppets when they're alive to the label. They're toys. You're a toy. That's how labels treat dead rappers. Toys. They don't care about the rapper. They don't care about their vision. They care about making that money back that they gave him 2 years ago before he passed away. And honestly, I just don't know where it stops. I'm trying to see if I have anything else left on my notes. No, that looks like that's it. That's just what I wanted to get off my chest. So rappers, if you're watching this video, I doubt it. Stay alive. Stay alive. Don't diss the dead, please. And stay alive. Fans of hip hop, stop supporting these labels that are dropping your favorite artist's music after they die. Stop supporting it. If the family's not involved, if the family's not getting a major portion of the proceedings, stop supporting it. And I know it's hard because you want to hear their music because they're gone and you know that they're not going to be making any more and you want to hear it so bad, but it's not their music anymore. It's their voice. It's their voice mixed and mastered by people that don't care about them and don't care about their vision. And again, I'm talking about specifically when the rapper's masters aren't owned by family or close friends and the label's just dropping the music as a tribute to their memory, aka a quick cash grab. And I know I gave an example of X a little bit earlier in this video, and his mom does own his stuff, but she's a little, I don't know, she's out there too. But yeah, pretty much a quick summary of this video. People diss the dead like it's nothing. It means nothing. Dying means nothing anymore. And it's a vicious cycle that's going to continue. And labels love when rappers die because then you're a cash grab, a quick cash grab. You may not make them money in the long run, but that short amount of money that they make will be great. It'll be huge. Pop Smoke, I'm pretty sure his career started like late 2019. No, not late 2019. Like late 2018. He's pretty much been dead for as long as he was a mainstream rapper. And I guarantee you, the label has made 4 times as much money as they have when he was alive. And I love Pop Smoke. And if you're Pop Smoke's family, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be disrespectful. I love Pop Smoke. But you got to understand that these rappers are having shorter and shorter lifespans, but the label is making more and more money. And I hate every second of it. And I will not support it. I refused to listen to that Pop Smoke album as one of Pop Smoke's biggest fans when he was alive. But that's going to cap it off for this video. I appreciate y'all for watching if you stayed the whole time. I know the video's kind of long, so I'm sorry. But I just had a lot to get off my chest. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, leave a like, leave a dislike if you hated the video. I'm out. Peace.